All right, we're here with Joey Gilbert, trainer Skipper Kelp. Skipper, tough fight out there with a very durable and tough opponent. What are your initial reactions?
Joey fight tough, fight hard like always, and that's all you're always going to get that out of him. Made the fight a lot harder than it could have been. You know, keeping that guy outside, working the straight punches could have made the fight a lot easier. He pitched practically a shutout, so the win wasn't in question. But the kid was tough. You know, the kid took a lot of great punches, took some hard body punches, and Joey made it a little hard for himself. He's such a warrior. He still has that mentality. Instead of staying on the outside, picking a shot and countering, blocking, going, he almost feels more comfortable just kind of mixing it up. And you can make the fight hard for yourself, especially against guys like this that you should beat, and the fight's never in question. But to take it to the next level and beat these guys, convince them, set these guys up to get knocked out, because these guys are so tough, they don't just go down with one shot. You got to set them up, soften them up, and find out and hit them when they don't see it. So that's the process that Joey's working on, and it's going to come. Right now he's still stuck in that. He's a tough guy, and he brings it for the crowd. And, I think a lot of these fights can be done a lot more efficiently with just a little bit of tweaking. We're working on it. He showed signs of it, but then he got comfortable getting hit and going back on the inside and banging. And toward the end, it was, I knew what we were going to get, so I said, let's just stay inside this guy, and that's how you're going to fight. Let's tighten up a little bit and take it to him. So.
Bill Baily, you look at his record on paper, doesn't look like very impressive. You look at the results on paper of this fight. If you didn't see the fight, you see a shutout decision. How unfortunate is it for a tough guy like that maybe, compared to if he was an MMA fighter, he'd be a crowd favorite, he'd be getting called back a lot, and he would still sell tickets. Unfortunately, in boxing, with his record and the results of the bouts, he may not get those kind of opportunities. How unfortunate is it for a tough fighter like him?
He needs to learn how to wrestle, and he could be the Chris Lieben, because he's a tough guy. And you imagine that being an MMA fight, both those guys would have got bonuses and been back the next show. So kudos to Bill Baily, and he's a tough kid. And just like you said, boxing is kind of they look at your record and it counts for so much, and it's unfortunate because a lot of these guys, they give you everything, and people overlook them when they look at their record. So it was a good fight, crowd pleaser. Joey fought a great fight, tough fight, not the most efficient fight it could have been, but that's all part of the process.
Was it him, or was it your strategy then to get him to move around and start boxing more there, once you saw that he was going to be there, he was durable enough?
Yeah, I wanted Joey just to control the center. Not so much moving, not a bicycle Muhammad Ali type, but just kind of punch, step over to the right, turn him. When he attacks you, get a lateral movement, and just small movements so you can control the center of the ring. I didn't necessarily want the Muhammad Ali style. It's not Joey style. But just control the center of the ring and make Baily keep turning. That way he doesn't gain his momentum.
So how textbook was this to the ring generalship you spoke about, and the circle, how they call it, the squared circle? He was able to make a circle out of there. How well do you think he performed that game plan?
I think Joey, he did well with it. I've seen him fight when he fought Brinkley, let's say. He thought he was Muhammad Ali and just ran, bounced all over the place. And in his other fights, he just is left forward or backwards. And he kind of put it together a little bit now, and it's going to get better. It's kind of finding that mix, how you can control the ring generalship without overdoing it, doing too much, especially when you got a guy like Billy Baily who just, the Billy goat, who comes straight forward, you can touch him, step over, control the center, touch him again, and he did a little bit of that, and considering he's never really done it before, I was impressed.
As a coach and developing him, is there a certain type of opponent you'd like to see him in against next, or are you just going to make adjustments accordingly to whoever he has?
We'll make adjustments accordingly, but his last two opponents, they've been good learning process. We can try things, and I wouldn't mind another guy similar to this, and then our goal would be to systematically break them down, as opposed to fighting every round from scratch. Build off of the first round, take that into the second round, take that into the third round, and then as the fight progresses, we broke them down. And I think that's what we want to work on next. Take a same guy like this, a tough, durable guy that's not going anywhere, and break him down.
And then you come up through the amateur your systems. You have your friends, buddies you grew up around. Now here you are at a show tonight, and it always seems that there's room in the boxing world if you want to stick with it. You're here as a trainer. Raul Marquez is out there as a broadcaster. How important do you feel it is for future fighters to stay involved with the sport once they're not actual participants?
Well, I think it's the lifeline of the sport. You know, we got to pass it down from generations and generations, and without that, you lose the knowledge and you lose that lineage. You know, and I think the new generation of people outside of the sport as fighters, you know, we're coming full circle right now. And Raul Marquez is my old friend. I saw him today. It was great. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, and also you've been helped MMA fighters in the past. Carwin Lesnar tonight. How do you see that fight?
You know what? If Carwin gets him, it's the first round. If it goes past the first round, then I just see Brock kind of, you know, imposing his will with, you know, little superior wrestling and probably better cardio. It sucks that Brock has been out for so long, but if he can get past that first round, which no one's done it before, then I see Brock pulling it out. You know, but guys that walking in the ring 280 plus is doubtful it's going past the first round. So
yeah.
I don't know.
And here as a Vietnamese-born trainer working with a white fighter, we're here at the centennial event of Jack Johnson, Jim Jeffries. A lot has changed in 100 years. How do you feel boxing and society has grown in the last 100 years?
I think it's great, and I think teaming this up with soccer tournaments going on, it's, you know, the world's coming close, you know, with the technology, and, you know, pretty soon we're all just people. At the end of the day, that's all we are anyways.
All right, any closing thoughts?
He had a great fight. He's going to be back better. We're working on some things right now. It's a slow process, but we're going to get there.
All right, thank you.